Hey, it's Bob Phibbs, the Retail Doc, today with Hope for Retail with Martin Lawrence Gallery. So you can see behind me, I have the sculpture of cowboys and Indians. And I was on vacation in Hawaii, like 1989, I think. And I saw this as I walked down, and I was so taken with it. It was kinetic sculpture, and I have a lot of art. And I'd never seen anything like that before. And so, I thought, well, I don't know if I want to buy it. You know, it's kind of heavy, and the person was very nice. We could ship it to you, etc. And I said, well, I'll think about it. She goes, well, we have a store in Costa Mesa as well. And I said, oh, I didn't know that. So I worked at South Coast Plaza, and I went into the shop and I explained that I had seen it. And this one said, oh, that's got to be Cowboys and Indians. So she took me back. We had a nice story about the artist, Prescott, and how great he was. And so I bought it, and I loved it, and I've had it for an awful long time. My goodness, I've had it 30 years. And about a year later, she went through and she called me and she said, Mr. Prescott is actually going to be here in the gallery. Would you like to come down and meet him? And I said, well, sure, I would. And I came down, and he actually signed it on the bottom. Now, the reason I share that story is, one, I only found that by going into a brick and mortar gallery. That, yes, it's an interesting sculpture, but without the whimsy and the motion and the fun, it's just another piece of metal art. And number two, how those two galleries work together to make a sale. Ultimately, that's what it was about, that she had gone through. And then more importantly, that associate, that salesperson, went through and she kept me in contact with their gallery by giving me something special that I couldn't have gotten anywhere else, and the chance to meet the artist. And then Prescott himself let me sign it for you. And he's like, oh, what do you want me to say? And I said, I don't want you to say anything. It's your art, dude. And he's like, no, it's good. And I just am always surprised when people say that, oh, everyone's got to be online. It's all digital. And the reality is that wonder and discovery just doesn't happen unless we get out there in the world and we see it. And I am just saying, Martin Lawrence Galleries, you guys do a great job. I've gotten several pieces from you, and I know you're closed now, but we are looking forward to rediscovering the world of art that you have brought to so many, and to remember that when we do come out, to make sure that you have your heart open full and with hope, because that's what we're going to want to meet, is people who are hopeful and who are able to encourage us to treat ourselves. If I was a brick and mortar retailer, I'd probably say, come in and escape the news. And that would be the way I would be looking at it. So you can do this too. Find a brand that you have done business with, share it with a hashtag Hope for Retail, and let's make sure that we refocus our energies from, oh my God, it could, it would, what's worse, even waiting down the way, to realizing that most of us have a connection, not just to a store, in this case, a gallery, but to the purchase, but also the story of buying it. And that's what you get at brick and mortar. So I hope you'll join me. I hope you'll share this. I also have compounded all of these now onto my website, and you can go to retaildoc.com and you can click videos, and you'll see all of these, all the brands that I've done, whether it was Saks or Nordstrom. We are all trying to find some hope in this time of unprecedented change. So if you support that, give me some comments, give me some shares, and I'll see you tomorrow with yet another brand or retailer. I'm Bob Phibbs, the Retail Doc. Thanks for joining me.